Yeah.
Hello, everybody. Welcome to a critically average adventure, and welcome to this just about to leave a temple where you've had a fabulous dinner and imbibed a parasitic god worm into your stomach that we like to call the Fragments. It's a D&D 5e campaign that I'm playing with my friends. And these are my friends. Hello, everybody. Yes,
and I pooped in a bucket.
Yes.
I think that Erwin chose the right time to bow out of that particular meal.
I think so.
So the Temple of Roback welcomed you into their throng
Toilet.
under their wing, under their scabrous vulture wings, if you'd like, and you especially so, Killian Norn. You were welcomed into the under the worm god of Roback, and you are just kind of getting used to that feeling of a parasitic worm gradually attaching itself to your central nervous system. It's not wholly unpleasant, but it's quite
weird.
But you've eaten enough, so you think things going to work out okay. We didn't actually do character sheet, but you have got a cool set of things that you can do. Would you like me to bring them up on the screen here so you can see the extra things you can do?
Stop eating the super hot crisps.
No.
Ladies and gentlemen, I want to point out that Killian Norn right now is eating some super hot crisps, and basically the player is dying.
Yeah, like so that's making you actually unable to play because you're crippling yourself. But
take them away.
This is literally Killian in game
and out
game. I'm too tasty. Can't stop the thing.
It burns, it bites, it freezes.
You may have broken Killian a bit though.
Oh.
Because Killian is now not proficient in the armor that they're wearing, which gives disadvantage to a shitload of stuff.
Because they had
because they were the warlock
of Hexblade warlock. Oh, yeah.
So you've forgotten to how you
sounds like a rule you can skip.
Let's have a look.
Let's just skip over that one.
Well,
that sounds very specific and not needlessly annoying gamerific rules lawyery way. I mean, it's D&D. That's how it happens.
I was just curious why everything on Killian's sheet had disadvantage.
Oh. Okay.
Because we didn't add
D&D Beyond not so good.
Well, no, D&D Beyond's gone. Yeah, that's not how it works.
That's not how it works.
D&D Beyond goes, sure, you can do that. Not a problem. Good luck.
Now you're going to die. Because
enjoy rolling multiple dice.
We should have done. And we've been very bad.
Oh no, because we've been lazy and busy and
combination of lazy and busy.
Lazy and busy. We've been busy until we get home and then we've been lazy.
You met Erwin on the steps of the temple
a while ago, yeah.
Who had been disgusted by the whole goings on, really.
Yeah. Turns out it's a little bit xenophobic. It turns out it's like, no, just no. This is not modern style. This is weird. I'm out of here.
And you had returned outside and met them. Passive perception, Erwin.
Passive?
Very hard.
18, yes. No, sorry. Passive perception is 16, sorry. And passive investigation is 18.
Okay. Outside the temple, you stand on the steps and you remember there is a structure to your right that is more, as I described, I believe, more recent.
Yes.
And also doesn't go to the desert, kind of goes up and over the, kind of goes to the edge of the desert and has some sort of like awning and stuff like that over it.
Okay.
Let me just check what.
I think it's a little bit more impressive because an awning goes over the desert. It's very big.
Yeah, it just shades the desert, the whole desert.
In the whole desert.
It's not really a desert. It's more of a sort of a beachside
Sand
bar.
pit at this point. Yeah.
People are like popping up and making
Cabana. It's a really big cabana.
cocktails in pineapples, and
Mhm.
yeah, everyone's
yeah.
loving it. Really, it's got that beachy atmosphere, and everyone's having a really good time. No, it's not.
Skegness. Gotcha.
It's exactly. That's what Skegness is exactly.
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah. Brought in palm trees and dirty beaches. Fantastic.
The there is. What's your passive, Killian Norm? Please, can I stop you from eating disgustingly hot crisps, please?
It's easy. You take them away. That's the subject.
You can eat them and then they're gone.
You need to remove them. Or,
Yeah, that's kind of like stop the playing. We'll see you in an hour. Sort of.
They're away from you.
Yeah, the dogs are going to totally have those in a second.
Killian Norm, really? Really?
Well, Killian does have a sort of parasitic worm chewing away on whatever she eats.
I hope he can take the heat as well.
Yeah, totally. That'd be hilarious. It's Killian Norm,
How you've got an
ice dragon,
get your-
doesn't like heat. The worm really likes heat.
No.
I'm hating every moment with this. He says you're drowning hot coffee down your throat. I hate everybody.
Passive perception, Killian Norm. 11. Okay. You are proceeding down the steps to the Roback Temple to re-enter the town of Tantalib. Fuck is wrong? Honestly.
As you making my ear ring.
And as you do so, you do all notice a selection of carts being drawn up to near the temple, and all of these carts are empty. And there are a number of them, quite a few, being drawn up. Maybe.
Could you just give him a crest?
No, I should push him away. So probably about 6 or 8 carts that are being brought up. And they are beginning to park at this other structure. But they also leave a small amount of leeway between the temple itself and this other structure. And the drivers are going, whoa. There we go. And then they all start kind of talking amongst one another, obviously like familiar with each other from ferrying people and things around, and to and from the port itself, and you are insane. And with the passive of a 16, you would probably overhear Charlie and Owen that they are discussing the passengers that they are about to pick up. They are talking about
Me.
luggage, and they are talking about how one of the passengers was quite a haughty elven individuul, and the other one saying, well, mine was completely different. Mine smelled of like old moss and a bit like a swampy bog. And they're having this conversation about like the different people that they've been picking up recently, and
it's a taxi rank. Gotcha.
Yeah, that kind of thing. Yeah, that's what we've got going on here. Killian, and if anybody wants to do here.
Grabbing some notes. Back in a second.
So I'm assuming these are. Oh yeah, but I didn't overhear them, did I?
No, you can see them. You can see these people pulling up these empty cups. You don't overhear the conversation, but Charles's ears and Erwin's ears pick up these snippets of conversation without deliberately trying to get closer and overhearing the exact. It's like you can hear, yeah, bloody hot he was. It stank. Like an old boggy swamp. Absolutely reeking it was. Kept bringing all these little cages with little animals in. If you don't want to do anything here, we can.
Oh, sorry, that's okay. I was looking for my notes to see if there's anyone I could ask about, because these are like perfect people to ask about. But I can't think of anybody who went this way.
Who can they I was gonna say, can they describe the elf person in more detail?
You can go and ask them.
Good. Yeah. Can I?
Okay.
Right.
Then you sidle up, belly full of worm and dinner, to the side of this cabbie. This guy on a cart. He's got a rather handsome-looking donkey at the front. One of those ones with a really poofy ears. Yes, the kind of floof that comes right out.
Oh my god.
Of the middle.
Completely off topic. I need to control my body.
Right, and what do you do, Killian? Or
Asking about the elf that he was just talking about.
what's that? Oh, well, this is me and my friend having a conversation, actually, and thank you very much for not listening in on that, thanks.
What was that?
I said me and my friend were having a conversation, and you
That's
should
right.
be listening in.
I wasn't. What was you talking about?
A private conversation.
Okay. Do you go like round the ring road?
Sometimes. Me will either do. I don't go all the way round.
Do you go south?
No, I'm not going that way.
But do you not? Are you going now? Because you're kind of sat here at the moment. But you know, like, do you go? Have you been that way? Because we're kind of heading that way, so we kind of need.
I have been, yeah, I have been, been south a few times, yeah, dropping off a few of the richer clientele. Nice little tip.
So you like take people south for money?
Yeah,
How much it costs?
it depends what you got to carry.
Us.
Just yourselves. Now, it depends what kind of cart you want. This just more basic cart, and you look at this thing, it is just benches inside, little storage space in the middle. We can accommodate you with a more sort of suitable arrangement with a top and leather kind of covering, or we can go for a full wood number. It depends how comfortable you need your accommodation to be.
Do you have any that are bigger on the inside?
I'm sorry.
So I think I've been spoiled. Well, what would you recommend? Because you know we want to travel there. You know, it's hot and things in the desert. I've been through it.
Get there.
Get where? Sorry.
Jakarta.
Oh, don't go to Jakarta.
Well, we don't need you to go to Jakarta. We need you or someone like you to take us to Jakarta.
Yeah. And take you somewhere near.
Fine, near.
This is technically near, according to wizards.
Hmm.
I don't hold much sway with wizards.
Me neither.
Not anymore.
He says, You have to hike a few days probably from where I'd be happy to drop you off.
Well, how long would it take to get there? If you did go to Jakarta, how long would it take you to get there?
If I did,
Yeah.
Week and a half. Depends on the road. Round road can be. Look, if we said 2, I'll be fair. I'll be rushing. You wouldn't get to enjoy the sights. It'd be a bumpy ride.
Can I please have an insight and see how much he's trying to
Yeah, sure.
bump his price?
And can I have a knowledge check to see whether or not it's from my time in Modern Sail? Say if someone wanted to take a carriage across the ice bridge, how much does that cost, like per mile or per day?
Mm-hmm.
No, yeah, Jack's first, of course.
I have no idea.
Oh, 3. Nice. Owen, yeah, you can. You
21.
know, you don't need to roll for that. You've done it
A
yourself.
shame, well, the 19th.
Yeah. Yeah, you know
Maybe
that
for the
kind
next
of-
roll.
there is sometimes a gate toll that is taken, and normally it's like a gold would cover the journey to the middle. Then there's a small additional fee normally charged for the meeting on the middle part where the folks met you, if you remember, like
Yeah, I remember it.
and that kind of stuff.
Yes.
And then onwards, so it's about a gold and a few silver on top to cover the meeting.
That's cheap, but I am
Cheap.
going to take it.
I mean, people going to Modern Sail sometimes have the money and they're running. People going to Modern Sail or Frohast in general are normally trying to get away, get lost.
Yeah, but I'm talking about like people hiring a carriage and taking them there, in like not people like me who bloody walk on foot.
Mm.
Because
Yeah,
it's still a capital city, no matter what.
You had a fox.
Depends on the vehicle. The better the vehicle. You know, some of the interior wooden cabs maybe like 3 or 4 gold
Per day.
for like a nice cab. If it's just like a sled and dogs, a gold kind of thing. But, yeah.
Okay, cool. 1 to 5 then, pretty good. Yeah. Okay, cool.
I'm finally starting to cool down now. Oh, that was intense.
Yeah, Killian, no.
My brain's gone.
You were asking about travel. You were asking about
Yes.
the elf.
Yes. The elf was just kind of an excuse to go over and try and figure out what they were, who they were. It was just kind of.
If you remember, you folks have come across some elves in Tantling already with luggage.
I'm a crazy person.
Yes.
And the weird forests because it's like crashing into some other plane.
So whereabouts is? Sorry, I'm asking this guy. So he's saying it's a couple of days hike from where he can drop us.
Yeah.
To.
Yeah, that's right.
I can never remember the name.
The car.
The car. Right. So. How far away is that place from where we are now?
That's 2 weeks.
2 weeks.
Yeah, roughly 2 weeks, maybe a week and a
he's
week
got-
and a half.
But he's got a donkey.
It's a long road. It's a long road.
Wonky donkey.
My brain's going. Have you actually seen a donkey walk?
He's not saying that he's going to take the donkey. He might have other modus operandi, modus transportandi.
What the hell was that?
I don't know. It's made up.
So the thing is,
I was going to say modus operandi, and then I thought,
Yeah, I like it.
I actually understood what you meant, which is, I don't know whose brain is weirder, mine or yours.
yeah, I can speak Latin. More of it.
So,
Really?
how much would you take us to get us in the covered wagon to like Jakarta?
He comes up with the total of 10 gold.
Okay.
Per person?
What? Is
In
that
total?
per person?
And then where did you say per person? He goes,
Oh, I don't say it. I'm wondering why. Hey, how he said it. Did you say 10 gold? Oh, well,
Gold. Yeah, it just says 10 gold.
I go.
And- To Jakarta or outside of Jakarta.
Outside, I don't go to Jakarta, I told you.
So how about 20 gold and you take us to Jakarta?
I ain't going to Jakarta. You'd have to pay me it's 4 times the amount.
So 40 gold.
Yeah.
And
I shrug. Pour out 80 gold.
He goes,
I don't put
"Jesus,
it away.
put that away, put that away, put that away.
I do. Oh, there you go. And put it away. Oh, I know. Thieves.
Put that away." Do you stare at the gold?
No. I genuinely thought Popeye was genuinely thought he was having a fit then.
Oh.
He just started shaking like mad. Sorry.
Okay.
Nothing, and he did another really ill dog.
And you're like, oh yeah. Put it away. The outskirts. I can take you to the outskirts. It will
I
take-
appreciate the fear and the danger being involved. Does it say that when we can see Jakarta, that is close enough?
I can get you that close. Yes.
What animal will you use?
And more, will it have shade?
that's why I said the covered one.
You will have the covered wagon, and I've got 2 beautiful horses. Well travelled on the road.
Can I have the pleasure of your name, sir?
He says, "Oh, what is it? I'll give him a name."
Oh, wait a second. Do we need
Not
to...
that we acquire your NPCs in any way, shape, or form.
Who can he be?
Yakov.
Yakov. No, his name's Tam.
Ham.
Tam's in.
I got really excited then. As in like a Tim Tam.
Is that some sort of snack?
Yeah, it's the Australian snack.
2 seconds.
Sure.
Where are you going?
2 pause. So Tamsin says he will transport you to outside the Carthage, visible of the Carthage, if you pay him 40 gold.
Using 2 horses.
Using 2 horses and a nice little covered over cart.
And that's the covered cart, not the open one.
Yeah. He's at 40 gold.
Probably trust them.
No, but you know,
Absolutely.
Killian on.
I rolled a 3 on my insight
Here, they're
check.
here, right in front of you.
For the
No, I'm
individual.
my phone to check my.
I think it's more a case of he can't. Does it? Can we trust him? Yes, because we can kill him. Suddenly, he's very trustworthy. As my friend used to say, it's like we go out in the desert. If they piss us off, we kill them and take their stuff.
You end up with 2 horses and a nice covered over cart to add to your
What
cart
is it?
collection.
Yes, win-win. I mean, he's the one. He's the one going to lose. Not us.
What?
It's a box.
What's the dice roll?
Fuck off! It comes through the dice roller.
It's felt lined, my dear.
This is fancy shit.
Hmm?
18.
You think that he is overwhelmed by the stack of gold that Owen has just flashed at him. You think that he is very, very nervous about going near Jakarta. However,
Money.
those money signs have swayed him quite considerably. He's also hiding something. Doesn't seem bad, but he's overly hopeful that he gets this fair.
So, would we be ready to go if we leave in the morning? We're going to get some supplies and then get on the road.
Oh yeah, of course. Yeah, you can do that. Yeah, that's fine. Yeah, make your way into the town, enjoy yourself with the delights of Jakarta. Yeah, get yourself into the town, find a tavern, enjoy the sights maybe by the harbour there, that'd be great.
Well, pardon me. We'll meet you back here in the morning, yes?
Where are you staying?
The llama.
Sorry?
Happy llama.
Oh, the llama, of course, yeah. I mean, I could pull right up outside for 40 gold.
Don't you dare. Get away.
Don't you dare put.
Sorry, that wasn't aimed at
Don't you dare. Sorry, well, I'll pull up wherever you want.
40 gold, you'll pull up where damn well please. I want you on the ceiling. I want you to be flying. No, excellent. I'll say we'll see you at as the sun rises outside the Happy Llama tomorrow morning.
Fantastic. Yes, brilliant. Yeah, make your way to the town, get yourselves a bit lost. It's a lovely place.
No,
Enjoy
it's
it.
not. It's very warm.
Just quickly.
Yes.
No, not
yeah.
you.
Oh, sorry.
Did you already hand him the gold?
No, of course not. It could be crazy. It could
I
be
was just thinking
crazy.
This guy seems way too happy about us getting lost.
Yeah. That gold went straight back into one of my many pockets.
Good.
My thought is he's doing something slightly dodgy and he doesn't want witnesses around at the moment, and we'll be there in the morning. But Jax thinks he's like A-OK and like completely trustworthy.
That's because you rolled a 3. And to be honest, and to be honest, I'm not going to roll for Erwin. Actually, I'm just assuming every merchant or business person or courier is bent as a 9-bod note. Just on principle. It's just because I've come from modern Sal, and that is true of every merchant.
Yeah. I mean,
Jack
always look for
kind
the
of
most
assumes
profit
a
for the
degree
least
of
effort.
honesty.
Yeah.
Jack assumes a degree of honesty because he's
Well,
scared. So he's like, "You're going to be honest with me, aren't you?"
Yeah, there is that. Don't worry. And that's where my character comes from. It's like, no. In the Ash Street, every merchant is honest because everyone knows me.
It is about this time that you're. Describe your footwear.
My footwear, right now, is feet, probably in sand wraps, because I got dressed by a very nice merchant, who dressed me in blue and white tea cozy.
Yeah,
cozy.
Deck chair material.
Deck chair material. Yeah, I'm dressed as a deck chair.
Oh, fancy.
Feet. You feel a rumbling beneath your feet. No.
I quickly look around for something solid, like a stone or rock or step or something.
Do I feel it too?
And then when I find it, I jump on it.
No, you don't. Your perception isn't high. Your passive isn't high enough.
But I don't wear shoes.
I leap up on the stone, goes, there's something under my feet. And I actually leap onto something solid. Stone, step, whatever.
It rumbles there.
On the floor's rumbling. Is that normal? Looking accusingly at the for some reason.
Don't worry, go and get yourself into the town and enjoy yourself. Rumbling's fine. Yeah, don't worry.
Now I'm doing an insight check on the SOB. I'm doing an insight check. Or I can have a passive insight of 10, but your choice.
Passive is not going to be enough.
Okay, I shall roll insight. I shall find insight and roll it. I'm going to spend one of my luck points and re-roll that because that was terrible. Yes, I'll take the 12.
He's very keen on getting you away from this area.
Yeah, he is, isn't he, Jess?
Can I start looking around, seeing if I can see anything, hear anything?
Yeah, I'm doing the same.
It's just the ground rumbling. Popeye, shut up.
You see, gradually, you kind of see that the others, cabbies, shall we call them, have noticed. They start smartening themselves up, polishing their glasses, and kind of nudging their horses and carts and things forwards towards the bottom of this other structure.
I smile at him and plop myself down on a stone. Oh, this should be good. Who's coming?
Visitors. Visitors. Refugees. We're here to help take them to the harbour.
Mm-hmm.
Can I do another?
When do refugees require spiffing of buttons and polishing of shoes? I say, pointing to various people doing exactly that.
Certain clientele respect that.
Elves from the forest, perhaps?
Yes, some elves. Yes, have you met some from the house in Shapar? They can be rather picky about their drivers, but they.
Oh, absolutely, yes. I may have spent some small amount of time with one of their royalty, or at least one of their envoys, anyway. But that was north. That was south, much south from here.
Am I able to do another insight on it?
Not really. He's telling you. He's fessing up. What do you want to do?
I don't believe him. I feel like he's still hiding something.
Well, can you go about this in a different way?
Beat him up.
Yeah,
Try and
I like. Well, it's a way. Intimidation is always an option. Snarl, snarl, smoke or steam in your case.
Okay, what were you gonna do? You're gonna get ice.
I'll get persuasive and go. He may have a thing. This guy may actually have a thing for like huge hulking dragonborn meat. Let's go.
Is that
Hello.
what Killian's like?
What?
Did you see that?
Yeah, that you go.
Popeye was just in my face. All I did was look at him and he went, "Oh shit!" Back to
Yeah,
way.
yeah, that is Killian. That's Killian on. That is Killian on. Looking at you with absolute incredulity when you ask, "What do you think, Killian?" And Killian just goes, "Why are you talking to me?" I'm just gonna.
I imagine that like the jaw doesn't open when Killian does that. It's just the lips that move, and they talk through their teeth, and they just go, "Why are you talking to me?" But it's that long.
Actually, no, I think it's not. I think it's how just the total because Killian, well, I can tell, is when he's in his like little more sociable. He's probably always like his mouth slightly open, smiley, lots of teeth showing. It's when they all clamp up, become a line. It's like. It's like, okay.
Do you want to just let him out? Sorry,
Yeah,
we're gonna have to have.
What?
Sure, do a thing. I didn't do it.
Where did we get to? We did a thing that we were looking at.
I was going to intimidate him.
You were going to try and do something to get some more information out of this boy.
I was going to try and intimidate him, telling us.
Yeah, I can show this boy.
Boy, you tell him right.
Yeah. Like, can I?
Oh my God, the GM's calling Afrikaan.
Describe your actions. You can't just go, I intimidate him. Tell me, Killian, I
No,
want
that's
to
what
see.
I'm asking. Am I able to try and intimidate him?
Killian, you can do what you like.
True, actually. You can walk up and stab him in the chest if you wanted to. Just consequences, D&D, everything's possible.
Killian,
Put that idea down.
lid on the box.
Step away.
Dead.
No, I don't want to. Oh, fine.
Popeye.
It actually worked, which is terrible.
Copyright strike. Copyright strike.
I'm not very good at intimidating people.
No, you're terrifying. You're kidding.
I don't know.
You're literally a white dragon in the desert. You're terrifying.
Dragon man, and then try again.
Just walk up to about 2 inches from his face and realise you're 9 feet freaking tall and look down at his bald patch. It's like, hello down there, small man.
I do that.
Cool.
And ask what? Tell me about it.
Who's coming?
roll that intimidation.
Okay.
This is when you realise he stands out. He's actually 19 feet tall. He's like,
Yeah.
oh.
And it's not a bald patch, it's actually an eyelid.
We kill it, just in principle at that point. So, nope.
21.
24.
24.
Ooh, I'm
Maybe-
scared.
Maybe it's because you were so white. But he is intimidated by your presence, Killian Norn. He goes, "What elves with money?
What else?
Refugee? What more do you want? Oh, like money."
No, but
I nod.
Why is it grown? I mean, that's how they get in here.
Worm.
If you get money from them, will you be there in the morning?
But worm.
I say.
Is that how they're doing it? Worm.
Oh God, I don't know. I don't want to know where her brain went. Then it's just, ladies and gentlemen, this is terrifying.
Worm cry.
Right, Bean has gone actually insane. What would you like to do, folks? Because
So, another question: if you say got some serious coin from the elves, will you be there in the morning for us, or will we just be talking to a breeze?
there's my pockets have a rather nigh on impossible debt.
Nigh on impossible depth. That does not. If I was to pad your coin purse right now,
Yeah.
with the understanding that if you are not there in the morning, we will change our current ideas and plans and make our whole life dedicating to finding you.
He looks up at the white dragonborn that's peering at his eyeball head.
I'm also now like playing with an ethereal dagger, just cleaning my fingernails. You know.
Money sooner than later is always appreciated.
I do a little legerdemain, little prestidigitation. 10 gold.
Well, thank you. I'll see you at the Happy Llama. This is becoming a rather lucrative business deal. I'm enjoying this very much. See you in the morning.
One moment.
Hurry along then.
I just have one check.
What's that?
And I basically want to look at both sides of his neck and then give him a pudding person squeeze.
Give him a hug.
I was waiting for the pudding person test.
You,
I was like, why did it not happen
this
yet?
guy on the cart.
I didn't think it was.
Yeah, I'm
because
basically going to get
he's
his head.
not important enough to be a pudding person, but fair.
Make sure he's
Massive hawkish hand, like, surrounds this guy.
I'm going to like tip his head and look at his neck close up and then give him a pudding person squeeze.
There are some interesting sounds that come from what now remains of his spine.
He either feels he's probably either feel the most limber. He's literally popped a cartilage and now feels more limber than ever, or his spine he will never be the same again.
In the cabbie, you've got really few options in terms of stretching your legs. You know, you're sat down all day. Do you know bus drivers actually? There was a study done, and they have a very low sperm count. I don't know why I know that fact, but I know that about bus drivers, and I assume the same applies for cabbies.
Calling Dr. Floyd.
But that was a random fact.
I doubt be honest, they're in like a petri dish of germs and bacteria all day. Those vehicles are not sterilized, and they're not like they don't get into the same environment every day because they just pick that they are assigned buses.
Yeah.
So their immune system must be like
No
shocking.
time to make sperm. Trying to find germs.
Yeah, pretty much. Yeah.
Germs or sperms.
I'm not actually think it's probably true. So they don't get sick, but my God, they spend a lot of energy trying to stay that way.
T-shirt, germs or sperms. On a t-shirt. Today's not going well.
No, it's a Venn diagram. Make money, produce sperm, fight disease. You
That one was all
pick 2 or 3. Your choice.
that was me derailing stuff. So
and not me for one.
This is going on YouTube. This is
you
going to be
find no pudding
hilarious.
person evidence, Jackson, as you grab this person by the face and turn
Scruff
the
of
head.
the face.
There's no lesions. There's no squidginess. There is no gelatinousness to this man.
So it's now mid-morning because we've just had our morning feast.
Sorry.
It's like mid-morning or time-ish because we just had our.
It was morning or afternoon feast, so we had a morning
We
one.
went to the first one,
Yeah, you went to the first one.
so it's like 11 o'clock.
Yeah. Have you checked now? Are you happy? See you in a little while. Yes. Enjoy the town.
Enjoy. I look forward to seeing you in the morning tomorrow.
Can you roll me?
Who?
Ooh. You, Erwin,
Oh,
a perception check.
oh, I like perception.
I never found out how the elves are getting to where we are. I did ask him.
You did ask him, then something happened there.
You had a meltdown.
Yeah.
16.
16. You can see beyond the round road a disruption in the sands at a distance.
I give Charles, who's more perceptive, a poke. What's
yes,
that?
Erwin.
What's that?
Say that's a disruption in the sands.
Yeah.
No shit, Sherlock.
It's getting closer. And that rumbling is increasing.
Hmm.
Why don't you go and have a look?
You want me to go? I'll have a little look.
Stretch your wings.
Yeah, stretch your wings.
Yes,
And carry me.
A healthy breakfast.
And carry me.
Carry you?
Yeah.
Okay.
2 sets of eyes about than one.
Yeah. He grabs you and he loosens his cloak a bit and actually ties you into his cloak.
Well, surely he's got an eggy papoose.
Oh.
Oh yeah, he's still got eggy papoose.
I was going to say kind of like a baby carrier. And then, yeah, eggy.
No, I'm okay with this. My pride goes, hey, and I go, yeah, get down there.
It's a little bit uncomfortable because obviously eggy papoose hasn't got leg holes.
It's true. Yeah, no problem.
Knees to your chest, popped in the eggy papoose.
I just imagine his little hands coming out and he's like,
It's little blue and white stripes. Oh, it's gonna look awesome. So,
like,
Charles.
it's
Okay.
the blue version of the baby from.
I'm going to look into AI art for goblin in a baby carrier.
You soar into the air, and Charles
Whee!
definitely sweeps over the desert, over the top of the Temple of Roback, and over this other thing. And you can see that from this angle, look down and see the platform that is raised above the desert higher up. That there is there are people standing on a wooden raised decking, and they are looking out at the desert also. As you fly further over the desert, you immediately the kind of grit and sand is more present in the air, and you're only maybe 10, maybe about 30 feet in, and immediately you start getting this more. You can just feel that particulate in the air straight away. What you see is from the raised angle is you can see a long trail of disturbed sand and more coming, and like a bow wave or coming towards one end, and it getting larger and wider, as if something is coming to the surface underneath the sands.
Like a submarine.
Like a submarine birthing. It's well, I don't know what surfacing. That's it. I said birthing. I don't know why. That's not the word.
Submarine.
Submarine birth. Submarine. Because they have birthed the bunks. That's what I'm thinking. Yeah, you see like a
Popeye.
a big thing under the sands coming towards the port of Tantalib.
See that dog?
Wow, that's disturbing, don't you think?
I've never seen anything quite like that.
Doesn't
That
that
is
remind you of the
definitely-
sewers on the modern South? Because that looks terrifying.
That is far bigger, much more, much huger, much gigantic in proportions. Oh, I still get flashbacks, Owen.
Me too. How about you don't land?
I like that idea.
Good.
But what about our friends?
Well, they're in the city, and hopefully there'll be more slower people.
See,
He say, I feel bad about it at the same time. It's like, yeah, you know. After all, we don't have to be.
morally
be-
objected to your course of action, but understand where you're coming from, says Charles.
I trust me, I feel bad too, but you
No.
know how it goes.
Stay up in the air. Charles kind of directs you back more towards the town so you can see the oncoming approach. The people on the platform seem nonplussed.
I'm going to activate my mind speak.
Yes.
And I think, yeah, get one now. Yay. Hey, guys. Thing in the desert, like crawling under the sand, huge thing coming your way. Just FYI, perhaps find something solid to stand on.
Are you saying that to Jackson?
Everyone. Yep. Well, specifically Killian, Jackson, and Charles.
I want the anything to stand on. That's fine.
Can you get a little bit closer? Can we see what it is?
Uh,
I mean, don't land, but you know.
lowers down and like a few, maybe like 20 feet above this sort of platform area.
Is it literally like a sandworm going under the? I'm looking at Dune, you know, pushing the sand out of the way, sort
Yeah,
of thing.
you kind of feel that is the vibe right now. Yeah.
Definitely something crawling under the sand at speed. How fast, roughly?
It is traveling.
How many feet per turn?
It's traveling the speed of light. No, it's not.
We wouldn't see it then. It'd just appear. Oh, there it is. Hello.
Oh, hello.
I don't like this guy.
Oh, when you get here,
Hello.
Quite literally teleportation. Oh,
It is traveling 50 feet every 6 seconds. It's fast.
woo, that's fast.
don't look at me when we're dealing with
I'm looking it
this.
up.
I just want to giggle. Well,
So 10 feet per second.
so you're saying 50
That
feet?
is nearly 7 miles an hour. That is very fast. That is running speed, full blown human running speed.
You see below you, Owen,
Mhm.
that on the platform, there are people handing out sticks with like a
Black.
like a stick, and then all of a sudden they push a thing, and then they unfold into these umbrellas.
Yeah, okay.
And
That's
they're
kind of
all
cute.
Wooden,
Literally an
umbrellas.
umbrella.
A wooden umbrella.
Yeah, they're like
Yeah, shelters.
like they're wood beams, and then they're kind of like like almost like a Venetian blind. How that
Yep,
unfolds,
yep.
Yay.
like in between, like that.
That's kind of cute. I want one of those. That's kind of cool.
They go.
Jax, Killian,
Yes.
you give me one of those. Portable shade? That sounds like a great idea.
I'm on it.
Charles,
Yes.
do you know what sort of elves travel underground? They don't seem scared of this. That's very strange.
Charles has no idea what the natural one.
What's an elf?
I watched it roll and then it hit the
Elves?
bottom.
Elves? Never heard of it. What are you talking about?
I'm not sure if elves do travel
Is it
underground.
like because you get
Can elves walk?
like
Well,
wood
we
elves,
know one that does,
you
but
get sea elves, so maybe they're like sort of desert swimming elves.
well, they're running as fast as a human can. Well,
That's
they're trailing under the ground as fast as a human can. It's kind of terrifying.
Jackson, if there was such thing as a sand boat, would you go on it?
It wouldn't sink.
Yes, it would. Quite literally, exactly what it does.
What about quicksand? Would it sink on quicksand?
What's quicksand?
Like what's coming up the road?
Oh,
Like the
yeah.
desert?
Wouldn't what? No.
Yeah,
I'd say that's
Sand
Jackson running.
It's sand and it's quick. That's quicksand, surely.
I'm thinking out of character. Would a sand boat sink on quicksand?
Sorry,
No.
that was just like chef's kiss. Perfect. It's quicksand. Look at that. Whee!
But would it? Would a sand boat sink
Nice.
on
I guess it
quicksand?
works like I don't know if it works like buoyancy. It depends on the grain of the sand, I guess.
I kind of
Not-
assumed a sand boat would be like a sled.
Or submarine.
Something with a large surface area would sit on top because I've actually been.
Oh my god, the
sat-
mole men! It's the mole men! Big old
So
something.
is your
I've actually
sand boat
seen
like
one
on
as a
top of the
sandboard
sand
and
or
it
under
didn't
the
work
sand?
very well.
I actually don't
having-
understand why we're having this conversation.
Yeah, sorry. That was
This is totally in character.
You've asked questions about things that travel underground under the sand fast.
Well, I'm not a great fan of this whole desert sand heat thing.
We've not
I
even
miss the
been-
snow. I miss the
not
snow a
even-
lot.
We've not even been in the sand properly. Wait until there's a storm.
Jackson, I don't think you're selling it to me very strongly.
You have a question?
DM.
Yeah.
Can
Uh,
I try and get Erwin an umbrella, please?
Yeah. Go for it.
How would I?
You just walk up to the guy and
There's
go,
a
fine
set
now.
of steps up there going up to this upper platform.
Yes.
You climb the steps, and there is a person in a sort of a uniform,
Yeah.
and they are walking around, and they have like a like the closest thing to describe it would be like like a golf caddy trolley
Yeah.
type thing pulling along, and it's full of these umbrellas.
Okay. Can I go up and just take one out?
Hello, would you like one?
Yes.
Thank you. There you go. Return it at the end after disembarkation.
Okay. What do they then walk away?
They kind of are looking out and looking like they're busy, like looking very official.
Okay. Can I try and take a second one?
Oh,
Oh, stealth check, my friend. About a sleight of
like
hand, I think.
something, a little brolly for your little chum Owen. Yeah, of course you can steal a brolly.
Sorry, my phone's locked itself. 1 second.
Yay.
All right. What am I doing?
A sleight of hand, this would be, I think.
Oh shit.
Go, Dex roll.
Thank you, White Dragonborn.
I like the fact it was, can I just take another one? I wasn't trying to sneak. I was just going to take another.
Stare right in their eyes and just take it away. What are they going to do about it?
So what does?
You would get disadvantaged, but we haven't done the thing with the armor, so don't worry.
Okay.
There's a lot that's missing on there.
Yeah, we, like I said, we were busy and lazy all at the same time.
Hmm.
Yeah, so that would be a 13.
A 13.
Yeah.
Let's roll their perception.
Oh, bollocks.
Instantaneously. Oh, you have a guest?
Yes.
Oh, yeah, I'll look after them if you like till they get here.
It's okay, I'll take it now.
You'll return them at the end, won't you?
Yes.
Deception.
More persuasion, yeah. Yes. Doesn't matter if they're persuaded whether or not they're going to argue. I'm going to assume that they are stolen and never speak of this again.
20.
Oh, that's all right then. I suppose you could hold it for now. I've got to go down the other end of the platform.
Okay.
3 years later, I believe this is yours.
I said
Oh, what the hell?
You just didn't give them a date. That's fine.
Exactly.
Yeah, you didn't give them a definitive.
You didn't lie. You didn't.
Bring him back at the end.
Yeah.
As we know
The
it.
end of what? The world?
Disembarkation.
Maybe, considering what we're dealing with, probably true.
Depends what we consider disembarkation, doesn't it? Really. I mean,
Exactly.
You have to embark. So you know, as long as
We're there on the edge of the world, the whole pit of destruction before us. We turn to our friends and go, "Hey, when you don't touch him, give these back."
No, you're at the end of the
We've
world.
disembarked.
It's yawning
Bye.
before you. Catastrophic faces and eyes appear out of musical notes and out of sounds and pure sine waves, and you just hear this little as this little attendant walks up to you at the end of the world. I believe you owe me an umbrella. And
Do you know what? At that point, we go, you're welcome to them. In fact, have this, have all my stuff, enjoy. Bye. As it turns out, the big bad guy is a guy with an umbrella and a cart.
The penguin, basically.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, it's not bad. I've always thought the devil should be a guy in a nice suit with a clipboard, you know?
Yeah.
Hello.
An accountant, you mean?
An accountant with a great, nice pronounced like radio English sort of thing, BBC Radio 1 sort of English sort of thing.
Radio 4.
BBC 4 sort of thing. Hello. Wow, haven't you had an interesting life? Tick, tick, tick.
Hello, welcome to your afterlife. We're going to have some...
My name's Toby. I'm the devil. You can call me Toby if you wish. Yeah, basically it's Rowan Atkinson.
Yeah. I love that bit with the names, the register.
Huh? A toilet? No, we don't have any toilets. If you had read your Bible, you know it's damnation without relief. Love that.
Ah. Oh no, you're down for purgatory.
You're here for eternity. Was it? I'm the devil. You can call me Toby if you like. We like to keep things informal as well as infernal. That's just a little joke.
Just a little in joke.
Completely off topic.
Yeah.
Where was that thread?
Woo!
I'm
saving this, guys. I'm saving this from the GM.
Stuffed in a papoose, and Charlie looks down. You begin to see something cresting, breaking the surface in places. You see masses of purple flesh, great spines sticking out. What you also notice, which is maybe more interesting than the giant worm-like creature that is breaking the surface, is that upon its back are strapped several made things.
Are you seeing this, Charlie?
I'm not quite sure what I'm seeing.
This can't be from Gargamel.
I have no idea. Owen? This is quite beyond me. Now, Owen, I want you to understand. The whole rest of the world isn't like this. I know we've only just left Rohast. This might be a lot for you.
Yes, it is.
I hate getting to you, but I can guarantee this is happening, but does not always happen. Sometimes you can just go to a tavern, have a few drinks, have a meal, and go home.
Yeah. That doesn't happen in modern style either. I see. Oh.
What you see are like metallic carriages, essentially, that are strapped to the back of this ginormous worm.
Hey guys, apparently this giant purple worm in the desert is a vehicle.
And you begin to see it slowing its pace and getting slower. Jax, you hear this first. You hear a great uproar from inside the temple of Roback.
Uh-oh.
You
The vultures are happy.
You hear the ding 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 ding, and then it will start charging out, hoods draped. They start running, not up the stairs, but across the round road, trying to get as close to the sands itself on the kind of ground level.
They want to be eaten?
And they are worshipping. They are waving hands. They are banging drums. They are burning incense.
Oh, it's a worm. Got you. Yeah.
They're ecstatic about this situation happening. Killian, up on the platform, you can see this massive thing kind of just cresting, and then you see this more and like these tiny feelers. You see like this metal carriage kind of, and everyone tilts their umbrella accordingly. Do you follow suit?
Yeah.
Sand rains down upon the platform. Your umbrella deftly diffuses this impact, and it slows to a halt.
Killian, are you okay? Oh my god. Killian, are you okay?
Yeah.
Oh, I thought you got buried there for a second.
Umbrella.
Ooh.
Got you one too.
Cool.
Then there is a kind of a locking sound, like an unlocking sound. Killian, you're closest, so you witness all this.
Yeah.
And there are several doors and little ladders that start coming down from the side of these carriages. And there is a goblin climbs out of the very front end, the head end of this carriage, and starts walking along the thing and kind of tapping on the doors and like opening them up and saying, "Thank you for travelling. Thank you. Come along. Yes, thank you. Thank you for travelling with us. Wonderful today to have you aboard. Oh yes, the little child. Don't worry about the vomit. Some people do that. Don't worry. Yes, it can be a bit jolty if it's your first time travelling on the underground. Come along. And what?
Continue.
Where the goblin's name starts with Lon, and he's partnered with
London, yeah. It's London, yeah. This is the London's underground, yes.
I didn't think of that. I should have done.
Oh yeah, you should have said, "Well, well done, you got my joke."
No, because he's already named. He's already been. And then
management.
what appears to be an ogre step out onto the worm and walk towards the front end. He has a metal plate bolted to over his eyes and over his mouth, and he is barefoot. And he walks so gently, and you can see like he does this with his feet, like as he walks, like
Don't ever do that again. That felt really weird. Don't
Touching
you dare.
like this, caressing the worm with his toes as he goes.
That triggered me for some reason.
And then
Don't you dare do that
there
again.
is a larger ramp towards the back end, which is where your person you stole umbrellas from is. They are assisting with the attachment of a ramp.
Okay.
That goes up to the back portion of this
Okay.
worm.
So people are getting off this worm.
Yeah, people are beginning
Are
to
people getting on the worm?
It's that kind of thing where people are kind of queuing to get on, or there aren't many people as many people boarding as are getting off, and these are most of the people getting off are elven and looking a little bit shell shocked.
Okay. Where would be the best place to find out the information that I need to know whereabouts this worm travels, how much it is, how long it takes, if it goes in the direction that we need to go in?
Oh, Killian, no. Although it looks like someone in charge.
You're right.
Was that a sneeze?
Okay.
The person in charge seems to be this small goblin that is kind of opening up the doors and then kind of is brushing their hand, a little cap, they tweak it, take their hat off, little bald head, waft themselves in the desert heat. Another successful journey. And they look up towards the ogre.
And what is the ogre doing walking along the worm? Please
they're-
tell me he's feeding it.
They're at the head end and they're like rubbing it. They're on their knees
Little
and
wormy
they're
massage.
rubbing it.
Oh dear.
And he's like looking over, he's like, Glunk, it's okay. Oh. How bad? A day's rest? 2? 12 hours. A day, all right, a day. Crikey. Big delays. People won't be happy.
And I ask him what's wrong with the worm. Goblin guy.
Goblin guy. Hello. You walk over and immediately he's on the sort of. He tries to get on the other. I'm sorry, Miss Master Dragonborn, but we are unable to take on passengers due to general maintenance.
You have no idea how much I want to punch you around the face when you do that voice.
That's the idea.
Well, that'll be a YouTube short.
Long fingers. Maintenance. Just as how what's his face. Hot one today, isn't it?
What's wrong with the worm?
I'm sorry.
What's wrong with the worm?
I'm sure I don't know what you mean.
What's wrong with the worm?
Nothing wrong with the old girl.
What's wrong with the worm? Why are you needing to stop for a day while they're over rubbing the worm's head? What's wrong with the worm?
Oh, that's just what Glunk likes to do.
What's wrong with the worm?
They start sweating. They take off that. Oh, it's a hot day.
What's wrong with the worm? Killian does not stop until he gets an answer.
No, I get that.
Charles will actually come down and kind of land on the platform with you. Jack, from your perspective, you can see that the worshippers of Roback, the Wurzels have arrived.
Hey!
The worshippers are they have got out buckets. They've carried out buckets.
Of shit.
Oh no!
And they have
good God,
they're
no!
scooping up
Shit.
a milky transparent, like semi-translucent paste, and they are gloriously and enthusiastically rubbing it into the worm, singing, clanging drums.
You've broken John.
Continue.
I want to know if he's thinking the same thing I am. Probably by the look on it. Yeah. Yeah.
Dong, ding, 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 da, dong, ding, 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 Iron
They've got a big worm. Is that one of their worms? Is that what? Oh, we don't know you've eaten one. Okay, ignore that.
I'd say so. I'd say that's an understatement, Jackson. This is a jolly great worm.
It's a big, and it's purple.
It's disgusting.
Don't judge, Owen. Each to their own.
I look from my pouch, looking up at him.
Are we going to do stuff with the worm? Are we going to go and get some supplies so we can survive in the desert with our cart person?
What do you intend to do with the worm?
I don't know. I think Killian wants to ride the worm.
Is this true?
We'll wait.
Man.
This is where you want like literally like a segue screen going. We'll be back right back. These technical difficulties. Do.
Well, we could take 5 minutes and go take a break and then come back.
Killian,
Probably a good idea right now.
Killian, is it true you wish to ride the worm?
Oh, good God, no.
Okay, 5 minutes.
5 minutes. Okay, we're back in. Well.
Far from that.
Yeah.
Uh,
That I am.
Stood beside the worm.
So,
Killian, you are
Killian-
speaking to a goblin who is being.
When's that? Jax?
Oh, so Killian, are you wanting to take the worm rather than the wagon?
I'm wanting to know if the worm can actually get us to exactly where we need to be rather than a couple of days trek out.
Well, we're getting closer than that because we paid him more.
True. But that's just what we've said is to where we can see it. But that might actually, the worm might actually get us right up.
Mr. Goblin,
Yes.
can your worm take us to Decatha?
It's not a destination that is normally upon our list of stops, but for the right price, we can get you on the doorstep, as it were.
How much to take the worm to Decatha?
Well, it would be going out of the way. We've been doing rather swift trade back and forth to Gargamel of late, hence the elves.
Yeah.
Just the four of you, is it? As I guess everyone's kind of come together.
Kind of. Yep.
If everyone's okay with that, like standing on the platform.
Yeah, go.
It's saying it's 150. It's out the way.
And how quickly do you get there?
Well, I'd say a day or two. Worm travels fast. But we will have to wait a day.
Why?
After Killian's berating and your question, and
We ran into a little trouble on our way back here.
What, you got attacked by something, or it's quite a big worm?
There has been some trouble aboard the worm.
What, like the passengers, or it's got like an indigestion?
There have been several instances of late where interested parties have been trying to take my worm. Mine and Glunk's worm.
Well, if you go somewhere where they're not expecting you to be, then that shouldn't be a problem.
Very true. I believe, though, they are watching the stations. He looks suspiciously around.
Sure, I'm doing the same.
Suspiciously around.
I'm looking surreptitiously around, but
I'm going to look suspiciously around.
just turn to the guy next to you. And goes, you?
Anyone look like they're paying undue attention to the worm, or apart from the priesty people?
A lot of people are paying attention to the worm. It's a giant purple worm.
So,
Give me an insight check, I guess, to kind of gauge
I'm great at them.
I'm going to roll 2.
the emotion of this crowd.
Oh, you beat me, you bastard.
Beat you.
I got 20, natural 20, you got 21. Well done, you, man.
Natural 22.
Yeah, you dick.
like homing pigeon eyes. You both turn around.
That guy. To the media, it's that guy.
Knock onto someone who they're down past where they've tucked themselves underneath the ramp that goes up, and the person with the umbrellas is guiding off people who are bringing like horses and luggage, like creatures and luggage are coming off this back end section, and it's just they're going, yes, carry on. And they're doing the like big beaming smile and thank you for traveling, thank you. But they haven't noticed that someone underneath the bridge is has snuck there, and they are accosting the worm with something. They are in contact with the worm, but they are doing shady worm business.
I hop out of the little pouch thing.
I'm going to go jump off and sort of, see if I can go and grab them.
I go, Jax, you go direct, I'll go behind. And I'm going to use my bonus action to stealth and hide. Be sneaky.
Jax,
I'm going to start walking down the ramp, and when I get to the right point, I'll just jump off next to them.
Oof.
So you're going to and jump down.
Yep.
Yeah, I like this. Yeah.
Hero landing. Can do a hero landing. So bad on your knees.
this is where I misjudge it and land on them.
Splat. But not a problem anymore.
And the ramp is wide enough that they have hidden themselves in the shade beneath. You land down, and you can see an elf dressed in basic, very organic fibers and fabrics, and they have their hand like. They have one hand like this, and they have one hand like.
Are they like pulling up a scale or type thing?
Yeah, they're like pulling up a segment, and they are. It looks like they're forcing something.
Nope.
Is that on the worm?
On the worm.
I would like to grab him by the scruff of the neck.
Make strength athletics.
This should be interesting.
A strength athletics.
I
Do I get advantage because he's paying attention to a worm?
He's distracted. Yeah, go. You won't need it.
The GM and his great wealth. Oh, that's a 19 plus.
2. Is a roll. 2.
Yeah. May I be sneaky enough to be nearby quickly and probably pull out whatever the fuck they just round into the worm?
Can you make me a dexterity-based check, maybe a sleight of hand, to kind of get in there before the plate closes?
Yeah, okay, fair enough. I'll go for that. I'm going to reroll. I'm going to keep the 10 and go for 14.
Yeah, so you grab this person and they're like, and you grab them up by their scruff, and
you kind of dart in as this plate starts coming back. It's just that, like, you know, like when like chopsticking a fly out of the air kind of thing. That quick.
Yep.
And you grab this like a
So that we red crystal. Ah, crap, obviously.
it is a wooden. It's a piece of turned wood.
Oh, nasty.
And it's turned evil. No. it's
Staring at me hissing. Whoa, okay.
it has little dots around the outside that are made of what looks like embedded brass, and in the center
This looks like
is
a
a
magic
small
item.
stone, and it's marbled, like a kind of greeny grey marble in the center, but it's like a flat disc.
I'm just gonna sort of wander up to back up the ramp with him.
I'm going to follow.
Put me down. Put me down.
Like, as I'm wandering behind Jackson, I'm going, sir, you don't want him to put you down. You won't like what happens next.
Yeah, you make it back to Goblin friend.
I go to Charles and go.
Charles.
I go to Charles and goes, identify that.
He will try. He will.
Can I assist?
You won't need to because he's going to do it with a spell.
Oh,
Nice.
If he has it on, I think he has it on.
fine.
If not, he would have done it tomorrow. So we're going to say he does for now. He casts identify, and he says,
It's a tracking device tuned to others of its kind.
So can you find other ones like it?
What if it works backwards? If I can reverse, I could attempt it. I could attempt to attune to it.
Matey that I've got by the scruff of the neck. So can you tell me where the other ones of them are? Or can it tell me where the other ones of them are?
he will say, he won't say anything.
Mr. Goblin,
Yes, what have you found? What is it doing? What is that elf doing?
does your worm eat people?
We try to keep it on a non-people based diet, but it has been
I
known.
want to make an exception for the one that was tracking your worm.
They were trying to put this inside its scales. Looked very uncomfortable.
Yes, I'm sure it will be very hungry for that kind of elf meat. Are you with them? Are you with them? You're with them, aren't you? You're one of them. I know you are.
I assume he's talking to the other elf, right?
Yeah, he's
not pointing straight at us. Like, fuck you.
pointing at the elf.
Back.
Jackson's hand is like,
You're with them. You're one of the Aldaric Conclave. I know you are. You want my worm. You can't have it.
Oh, conclave. What the fuck is that?
Can I give the elf a little bop with my umbrella?
yeah. Ow! Like, just give you that kind of ringing. What do you want?
Are you going to talk now?
What do you want? Damn you!
I give him another bonk with my umbrella.
Damn you to wherever it is you go when you die.
I like that. Hey, this thing thinks you can die. That's hilarious.
I'm looking at it.
All things rot. All things die. The circle
Yeah.
should continue.
I look at him and then just tilt my head slightly, like.
So what would you say about the stuff at Jakarta? Because they died and then they didn't rot.
Abominations to be disposed of.
Yeah, disposing. That sounds like a good idea. I mind speak to Charles.
Yes.
Kari Enclave?
He will roll. He will roll. You gotta roll. Rolling, rolling, rolling. Come on, Charles.
He's like shit.
What?
I'm only saying that just because it's Charles.
I have
I have no idea.
absolutely no idea what that man is talking about.
Can I make a history check?
He
No, probably
says,
not.
yes, you can make a history check if you wish to. He does so, and he will say,
There's something I got in the back of my mind, something to do with the elves of Gargamel. A certain, maybe a sect or.
Now, would I know anything from?
Serial.
Yeah.
Yeah.
"Ooh, I will let you make some kind of religion check with advantage."
Oh, I got 13 on my history check, by the way.
Yours is like niggling.
Mm.
So what
Yeah,
am I-
right. I think I heard something about it in Modern Cell way back when. It's so long ago, though. Oh, it's right on the tip of my tongue.
Let me see. Oh, sorry, turn it, please.
Stick my tongue out at him.
Killian with your advantage. Was the max roll a 4?
Yes, which would make it a 5.
Killian, you have less idea than Owen.
Well, should it? Me the roll was a 1,
Woo!
which would make it a 2.
You would have forgotten about them.
You've forgotten more than you know.
Alfie man, like, if everything's going to die and rot, why do you want to steal a worm?
Or track it, at least.
The worm is needed. The worm
Uh-huh.
must dig deeper to find the source of all things.
Can I, like, tilt and have a look at his neck?
Yep, no markings.
Can I
And then
Beautiful
squeeze.
flesh. Beautiful flesh. Grubby, but beautiful.
and then a sort of a sort of big joint squeeze, you know, grab shoulders and
Yeah, I got a question. You just said beautiful flesh. Is he genuinely like the perfect specimen?
Of elven kind?
Yeah.
He is.
Just a weird term, that's all.
His flesh is pale. It is the flesh that is shaded by the trees often. It doesn't look like he's been out of the forest for a long time.
Yeah.
There is a certain amount of like dirt under the fingernails and kind of like a muddy complexion in places.
Yeah.
About this character, and when you squeeze Jax, you get this kind of waft of moss and greenery and leaf mulch matter, that kind of smell.
like wood?
Yeah, like you've been walking in the forest, like an afternoon forest.
so, like, why don't you just find your own worm and do that with your own
Or
worm?
pay the man for his services.
He will never go there. He will never take the worm that deep.
How deep is deep? I actually looked at the goblin. Brother, what's he talking about?
These folk, they wish me to burrow deeper than the worm wishes to go. They wish me to force it against its will.
Deep, but where?
Beneath Gargamel, they want me to take it there.
And do what?
I don't know. I've refused them every time. The worm does not like to go past the boundary of the sands at Gargamel.
Of course not. It's sands are easier than earth and rock.
You know why?
I don't know why. Glunk has a thing with the worm.
says it's nervous. A
What
nervous
do you expect to find
never
under
really-
Gargamel? I say. Speak up.
Sorry, who are you talking to? The elf?
The prisoner. Let's call him the prisoner for now.
He wails. The answers lie deep, buried beneath. We'll unlock everything, unwrap.
Unwrap. What?
Okay, I've got an idea. Hang on a second. And with my other hand, I'm going to reach into the bag of holding.
Okay.
And I'm going to pull out a shovel.
A fucking shovel? I'm looking
There you
forward to
go.
this.
Like it.
Help live a long time. Just dig a big hole.
He looks at you incredulously.
Wow, that's insulting in heck. I love it.
You are a fool. You have no idea the depths that we will go to, the lengths we will go to uncover the answers that lie beneath.
You're trying to save this. Are you trying to save your forest?
We
It's-
of the Algaric conclave know all that is
Can I
wrapped
give him
in.
another bonk on his head? My brother.
Oh,
Shut up. And as soon as he goes to talk, every time he goes to talk, give him a bonk.
So you could just dig your big hole and then you could get under the forest and then you're all good.
he looks at Killian.
If he says more than one word, it's literally yes or no answers. I'm willing to accept anything other than that. He gets a bonk on the head.
Do you tell him that?
No
We can never go any.
bonk.
I'm looking at Killian.
No.
What? Because you're lazy or what?
What?
Because it's a giant forest and it's very hard to dig under the roots of the trees without hurting them.
And a big, giant, big ass worm won't just sort of. Have you ever seen like a garden with worms? Like they kill all the plants, they eat the roots and shit. That's a big worm. Do you really want him pissing around under your
That's a
farm?
really big one.
Yes. And
What
the
are you
goblin-
expecting
the
to
other-
find
the other
under
one-
Gargamel?
The goblin reaches down and says, "Don't worry."
Reaching down to what?
He reaches down and pats the worm and says,
Ah,
"Okay."
So I'm not sure that you got a good plan here in any way.
I mean, what are you expecting to find under there? You say, oh, that's true. I'm looking at, I'm kind of going to calm it down a bit from to Killian. You're looking for some sort of way of saving the forest from the swamp and the desert?
Bay.
Save it from or find them?
From.
Save it from the Fae. They're doing what?
Bubbles.
Yeah, we know that. We've seen it actually in the snows and ice of the south. But
What was the name of the elf that we saw when we were travelling through with the Scrooge?
oh, I'm not looking at my notes for that.
Janine Farrell.
I will ask him, does he know that elf?
What was the name? Sorry, Matt?
Janine Farrell.
Janine Farrell.
She was the elf from Gargamel in the Bugbear Forest.
There you go. See?
Janine Farrell.
I love how John went, I ain't looking in my notes for that. Like, now, stop that.
That's why we have our jacks. It's like a Filodex.
I want to go through the forest and see if they've taken up my suggestion and have a service station there.
A great ancient forest with a Texaco, actually.
Once they see the prices, they're still robbing people.
Yeah, yeah.
I'm just doing it in a more like acceptable manner now.
But they've got
Acceptable.
little microwaves, so you can at least warm up the.
It's
No,
like,
just
like
no.
they've got like toilets. It's 20p. Like, you know, it's
20 pence, 20 pence, and they'll
You eat a
hose it.
forest. Yeah, but it's a silver piece to use the facilities.
You get 5 minutes, and then they hose you down with your disinfectant.
and the restaurant's growled.
And the restaurant's over the bridge. It's always over the bridge.
Yeah,
Growled
yeah.
restaurant.
It's over the bridge. You go over the bridge, you step into the Feywild, and there's.
Yep.
um,
Here's a toast, 10 quid. What the hell?
Um,
he says, I'm not familiar with that name. Why?
she got bubbled to the south. We met her.
The pores are spreading, getting bigger, overtaking
Well,
the
why though?
poisoning in the ancient magics. So it is believed by the old
Yeah. Good, fantastic, thank you. Bonk. Stop with the rhetoric.
I'm willing to accept a little bit more if it's what we want to hear. As soon as he starts his rambling, he just gets a bomb.
Ah, rhetoric. The rhetoric brigade. So shall it donk. Nope.
Why don't
Talk normal.
Why don't you go to the Feywild and ask them to stop like invading?
And why do you think the Feywild would be under the forest? I mean, really? Under the forest? It's the Feywild, not the Underdark. I mean, I'm a goblin. I know these things.
He's got a point, you know.
He says, the barrier is maintained.
That's fine. That's fine. It's like, okay.
By the magic contained within the ancient bark. The roots dig deep.
Yes.
The poison is beneath.
Yes. Why do you think it's poison? It's everywhere. Why is it here? Why do you think it's... You make literally no sense.
Our scholars are studying.
Killian, that's actually a fair question, to be honest. And his scholars...
His answer.
It's believed there is a poison damaging the magics.
Well, if you...
itself.
I'm going to assume that this is not a universally accepted opinion, considering I look at the elves leaving, since you seem to be evacuating.
We are considered strange. Us.
Yes.
I don't think you need to consider. I think you can just say we are.
We are strange.
That's fair.
Us of the Algaric conclave.
What are you looking for, Bobby?
My hanky is what we're looking for.
Have we still got elves getting off the worm?
Yeah, there's more elves getting off the world.
Um,
Stragglers now. They're kind of like looking at this one and like veering away.
excuse me.
There are.
I'm just gonna harangue a random elf that's walking.
Roll a odds evens roll for me.
Odd, always odd. Am I rolling a dice or are you rolling a dice?
Yes, you roll the odds even, and we'll see what we get.
I get 99.
99. You watch a supple, muscular, female elf with a leather jerkin, very their skin is weather beaten, like tanned and darker toned. They have long black hair that is in a multitude of braids that hangs down their neck. They wear a skirt over leggings and kind of like a leather legging, high boots, and they are leading a horse, a beautiful horse.
So they clearly spend more time outside than in the sun than this guy does.
Yeah, you would make that assumption. Yeah, they are more out and abouty. No, proceedings. Hello.
I'm Jax. This guy's one of your lot. He's one of the weird people. He's from the Algaric Conclave.
Oh, one of those. Come on, go.
What do they do, and are they all crazy?
Look, Enshapar, the House Enshapar have got this under control. We've been assured they've got it under control. We've just got to leave for a little while and they'll get it resolved. We're not going to be gone long. No, go. We'll be back on those under those trees and boughs soon. I know you're worried. It's not forever. And she's talking to the horse.
House Enshapar.
There are 3 houses or Mars within Gargamel. Mar Enshapar, Mar Miala, and Mar Pelathon.
And they're sorting out the weird invasion problem.
Those of House Enshapar, the wisest of the elves.
So I'm now going to turn the other guy around and be like, so apparently there's some elves on it, and you don't have to do whatever weird stuff you're doing.
They know nothing in the book. I'll bonk myself for being. They're wasting time.
You guys have lots of time. You guys live for long.
We live long, but not if our forest is gone. Or we will live elsewhere, not our homeland. Displaced elves. Displaced people with no place to call our own. Wanderers forever lost in the time.
Do you honestly think you can control this creature? Looking at the worm. Honestly.
There are those of us who can speak to the beasts.
That's not the same thing.
We have some of their kind too. And he gestures at the horse, right? The horse elf.
I think you are one tray short of a bakery and desperate.
I'm sorry. What he probably is referring to is our way with animals. I'm from Mar Pelathon. We are the trainers of the creatures, the horse masters, the beast masters.
Excellent. Well then, here's a question. Sir, I know you are busy and want to head off soon, so I apologize and thank you for your time. Do you honestly think that you and your trained scholarly people could control a beast, a creature such as this ancient giant purple worm, one that has so strongly bound itself to the ogre there?
I hadn't really considered it before.
Someone ought to.
The worm was never a trouble for us for a long time. Just dwelled in the deserts.
Yes.
Then it started being able to be. It visited us and dropped off some strangers to the borders of our forest at 3 ways. And ever since, for many years now, those two, and she gestures to the goblin and ogre, have been building this service going to and fro, ferrying people across the deserts. And she says,
And
my people have never wished to control the worm.
mhm.
Well, he does.
Maybe they... Normally, people of Mar Pelathon frown upon the work of the Algaric Conclave, but I guess I assume someone could be coerced or persuaded or maybe even indoctrinated into believing in such silly things. Look, Maya and Shapar have got it all in hand, I'm sure. He's of Marmiala, by the way.
I'm going to ask for, if you don't mind, a check. I would very much like to check if this person believes his own rhetoric. I'd like to make an insight roll, if you don't mind.
Sure.
Are we talking crazy person?
I think deluded more than crazy.
We're talking about the Marmiala, the one ranting.
Yeah. No, I'm talking about the lady, the person with with the horse.
Okay, cool.
12 I've got in total. So I need 2 more than I got my passive.
There is a wavering in the voice and a few too many nods when they say
they said this a lot to themselves. They understand. They understand.
The more they say, it might convince them more of it.
Yeah.
So when you say so crazy person, not horse lady.
Yeah.
When you say you got some of their kind, as in you've kidnapped them or you've recruited them or what?
They believe, donk.
So you recruited them. They joined your cult.
It's not a cult. It's an interest group. It's the future of the elven kind. Donk.
Hey, Killian, you can hold back on the donking. That's fair.
You want me to take over?
Maybe.
Killian, is your hand getting tired?
That's not going to happen.
Something useful.
Yes.
No, not you, Charlie. Like crazy person.
My purpose was nearly served. I served the great.
Like you come with us to Jakarta, and you can get rid of the abominations there.
At that, he kind of.
No.
That is not my purpose. My purpose is to get this worm into the power of the Algaric Conqueror.
That's just not going to happen.
I've been Killian donking for you. So.
Yeah, I could hear you were Killian Donkin.
It's appropriate and weird.
Necessary.
Is our priesty guy still down there, like rubbing mayo into the worm?
If you look down the crack between the platform and the platform edge, they've moved on to coloured paint, like powdered paint, that they're kind of throwing onto the side of the worm.
Hello.
And themselves.
Hello.
Because
Can you pop up here for a minute? Because I've got a suggestion for you or a proposition for you.
One of them kind of cocks ahead slightly and doubles up the thing, and then looks at Killian, nods.
This guy wants to steal a worm, like that worm, and you guys are like the worm people. So
boys.
I think I'm going to give him to you, and you guys can worry about him. And I'm going to take my shovel back because apparently he's lazy.
Who are these people? What's happening? This kind of like thin pink hand comes out from and takes his hand.
I'm
What
not.
is that?
I'm
Where are
not
you
comfortable
leading
with
me?
this crap. Jax, you know what you're doing, right? I say under my teeth.
I'm
Said it
giving the
slightly
worm
funny.
thief to the worm people, and they can work it out between them.
This will not get me closer to my goal. And they just start like tracking this elf like away with them down the steps. You won't hear the last. We shall be glorious. We must be glorious for all elf.
I just lift the umbrella threateningly.
He just mumbles it like and just kind of gestures, but doesn't make any noise. The implied threat of further Killian bonks has worked, and he's slowly dragged away by the disciples of Roback.
I realise that I've still got 2 umbrellas after watching him go away, and I look at the umbrella I've been bonking him with and hand it to Erwin.
Oh, thank you very much. And I will, in the act of taking this, the disc, the tracking device. I wish you.
Charlie was holding it to identify.
Oh crap! Okay, fair enough.
He can
I
pass
won't
it
do
back.
anything with it. I won't do anything with it. Come on.
You know, passes it to Erwin. Maybe you handed it back after you said it's a tracking device. Yeah.
Mhm.
So, tell me what you want.
Because I'm going to sleight of hand it into the harness or something out of the horse that the other elf is going to lead away.
Oh, okay. Yeah. I like that a lot.
Oh, I'm going to reroll that.
Let's have a sleight of hand.
Oh, good God, that was terrible.
Oh, God,
Oh,
that
don't
was-
worry about it.
What
It doesn't work.
You can do your psychic add dice thing.
Yeah, it had to be like a fucking like 8 and then some, because they weren't high. I'll give
What
it a
was
go.
that?
Yeah, so that's 12.
They're too
Bad.
bothered about their
Hey.
panicked horse.
What's that?
They're too bothered about their panicked horse, and you slip it into.
Well, that's a miracle,
garden.
but I'm not going to complain.
Um,
that was terrible. That was a lot of things spent just to make a very bad roll.
I think your worm should be okay for a bit because they're not there and they haven't got the tracker on it.
Well, thank you,
Jax.
Jax. I'll reduce the fee.
He says, $130 for the trip.
How pained does this guy look?
It's like
He's
it's
chewing,
like he's taken all of
chewing
his teeth
glass.
out, put them back into his mouth, and then taken them out again. It's a goblin giving up money.
I'm not sure if I'm the discredit for the race or he is. I'm not sure. Actually. It's like I should feel bad, but I'm not sure if I'm the
Raises a
wrong.
hand to you and says, as you introduce, he says, "Spin." The name is Spin,
Spin.
and that is my partner, Glunk.
And that over there is a wonky boy.
And he's an ogre, yeah.
Yes, the ogre is called.
The ogre with the burp, burp,
Yeah.
burp, burp. I don't know why it's a burp, burp, but it is a burp, burp.
They're everywhere, these Elgaric conclave folk. They caught us on the way. That's why the worm is sick. It has a
Does he poison it or what? Or are they just
nasty wound.
Where?
no, he can heal, so he might be able to help.
I've never healed a worm before.
It's time for everything.
I'm willing to administer to this worm. If
I'll
necessary.
go and have a look and see if I can have a look and see about the wound
Maybe.
and what caused it.
It's up near where Glunk stands.
You can do that.
Watch
I'm
him.
not going.
I'll try and make my way along to there.
You find Glunk standing and kneeling rather, and he is rubbing round the edges of a massive eye. There are several of these dotted around an outer ridge of this worm, and they're
Tiny.
black all
Tiny.
over like a glass black marble, but you can sort of feel that the attention is fixed upon Glunk, like looking up,
Oh,
and there are sort of
oh.
little shudders as he's rubbing certain areas on this giant worm, and you can see quite clearly that Glunk kind of, even with the plates on, kind of glances just to the left of him, and where he glances there is a nasty cut, a laceration in part of the worm's far
Ooh.
side.
In a professional, I chop things up for a living type thing. What do I think made this? Is this a sword? Is this an axe? Is this something bigger?
It's jagged in a way that it looks primitive.
Crap, like.
It looks like the closest thing you could probably, when you were back home, Jax,
Yeah.
you were taught how to make stone axes before making out of metal.
Yeah.
It looks like something that has been cut with stone. But on
Okay.
wood.
I mean, what sort of size are we talking? Because this is a big ass worm.
Yeah, I mean, this is like a cut about this long.
So something giant, a giant sized axe.
Yeah, giant to, or maybe several attempts at the same place. Like it's nasty. It's not a...
Charlie, it's over here.
I'm coming.
And I'm guessing, even though it's done with stone, well, I know I don't know this, but
This is just above table. Yeah.
would it doesn't look like, I'm assuming it doesn't look like it just caught itself on a bit of rock that was underground.
You think you would know how to avoid those,
Yeah.
or how to dig
Or
them?
just eat it.
It's like that.
Oh,
Yeah.
Yeah.
So to be honest, the worms that we had, they encountered a rock and they just kept banging themselves against it. It was quite amusing to watch.
Oh, in the wormery.
In the wormery that we
Wormery.
had. Yeah.
No, there's no such thing as the wormery
Wormery.
here. Yes. Charlie goes over and
John's just like, what the
will
fuck?
sort of kneel down beside it and say,
There. Don't be frightened, little, great big massive one.
and start trying to like knit the wound with his magics, like kind of tie little bits of this worm carapace together, with his with some high level magic. Glunk nods approvingly towards Charlie and towards you, Jackson, and he kind of just makes a kind of throat sound and carries on with the eyes, and maybe a little bit more kind of like intensely, like he's trying to distract the worm from what's going on over there, like offering the dog treat at the front while it has a thermometer in the bum. You know that one, right?
So, in the morning then?
I'm going to look at the others.
I must admit, I'm probably going.
Well, we can go on the wagon we've already hired, but this will get us there in a day, so it's quicker.
I can see you're a little bit unsure about worm travel.
Unsure, you'd seen this thing? It goes on the ground. Last time I was on the ground, he died.
You've also nearly died above the ground several times too.
I understand your trepidation in this manner. Would you care to see the carriages?
No, I care to find some very strong alcohol to be very drunk and unconscious when it happens.
We have some on board.
That sounds good.
You can have a drink on the way if you wish.
That is
We've had to employ a new steward for the train. Our last one was, let's say, inefficient, incompetent, and a thief, it turns out.
oh.
What did they steal?
Gold, wine, biscuits. They kept them inside their hat.
Biscuits.
What, the gold, wine and biscuits?
Predominantly biscuits in the hat.
I have croissants in my pocket.
I'm sure you would have got on very well.
So are we wanting to take the worm, or are we gonna?
Okay. Are you wanting to take the worm?
I'm just thinking it'll get us to there quicker, so we can get back, so we can try and sort stuff.
So
But-
yes or no?
That also means that the wizard will try and have to like do that teleporty thing, and we know how accurate they are with that. Can you get down to like Frohas with the worm?
I'm afraid not. The desert is the worm's favourite territory. We have tried. The journey gets far worse going through bedrock. It's not unheard of, but since we have commandeered the worm ourselves,
Because like I think technically it's a desert down there too, just cold.
No such thing. It's not a desert at all. What are you on about? There's sand. What? Not like a sand to be seen.
there is a small matter of a bridge of ice, I've heard as well.
Yes, the ice bridge.
There's sand at the bottom of the sea.
Worm doesn't like
Says you.
deep.
Oh, have you ever been to the edge of the sea? There's like sand and it goes down.
Sand goes into the sea.
So like it's sand at the bottom of the sea. It's like if you paddle through a pond, it's like mud at the bottom.
Not the same thing. Not even close.
I love Jackson logic. That's under the bottom of the sea.
I'm
I
not
mean,
sure.
but you think hobgoblins are like related to me and us.
Oh, no, it was actually bugbears because hobgoblins have goblin in the name. They're just like bigger versions of you.
See what I have to deal with?
I do see.
Yeah.
You look like it's like a thing. Like
What do you miss?
and bugbears and hobgoblins are all related, right?
I'd prefer that we weren't.
But
Very much hope that we aren't.
Oh, we're not.
Certain,
Just have a look at them. Just have a look at them. No, we're not.
the bugbears.
Have you seen a fuzzy goblin? Jax, have you seen a fuzzy goblin?
I was talking. The body hair issue is unpleasant.
Creepy.
Imagine that. He comes.
I try not to.
A goblin covered in feathers.
What is wrong with you? Spin turns around to you. I don't think that's a bad idea.
Okay, two goblins look at Charlie.
Feathers are very fine things. I'm covered in feathers. Look,
Well,
never do me any harm.
you have fine feathers, Charlie. You have fine feathers, and you are welcome to them.
You don't fancy any?
No, I really don't.
Each their own, I suppose. It's going rather well, but I believe that the worm might need some rest.
well, I still think so. It gets us there quicker. But my concern is, do we want to spend 120 gold? Because I don't have that.
I mumbled something about at Christmas. I might have that, but yeah.
To be fair, it was just another option. But that is
That's a lot of money.
how much was it for us with the car?
40.
40. That's
Yes.
also a lot of money.
It's like 3 times as expensive as the cart and takes like sort of
1/7, actually.
14th, isn't it? Because he said it was going to be 2 weeks.
Charlie says, yeah, sorry, Spin says, he's looking at you guys and there is another possible option of a payment.
Go on.
Mhm.
It's more a job for your trip.
Go on.
You scratch my back and I take you to a dead city. That sort of arrangement.
I just go.
Continue.
There we go. Sorted.
Screams we heard across the city. Well scratched that back.
It's a turn of phrase, Master Dragonborn and Master Half-Orc. We have another shipment. I mean, another mission of mercy to do with the elves of Gargamel. We might require some protection along the way on this this trip. Should you care to become that protection, maybe we could.
That
waive
depends. Time change. How long will that take? Go to Gargamel, come back here, go where we're going, or
And how much are you willing to take off what we'd have to pay?
And we'll call it a flat 100.
So we have to pay you for us to work for you.
No, I'm paying you 40 gold.
But
50 gold, in fact, actually.
But we have to pay you 100.
Yes.
Nah.
But there's like 4 of us, so that's like 50 and 50 and 50 and 50.
I'm talking about a group payment. I'm sure you're some sort of consortium.
I think we're actually a bunch of individuals.
well, I'm actually technically hired by him. Point to Jackson.
And I'm hired by a higher power.
Oh, yes, a cleric.
We could just send in a bill for the worm heal.
True.
130 gold sounds good.
What? Sorry? Bill for what?
Worm healing. And then we've got to factor in the tracker finding and
Oh yeah, absolutely.
the threat.
You have to
Identify is an expensive spell, is it not, Charlie?
Yes, it's terribly expensive. I mean, I'm exhausted. I mean, look at my feathers; they're falling out. I mean, it's a big ask to heal a big worm.
Can you? Can every? Oh, who's got the best?
None of us. Well, why don't we just do a group check and see if we get more?
A group persuasion.
Yeah, guys, I got +1.
I honestly think that Killian's probably the best at this.
Oh, it rolled. Oh, it's so annoying. It rolled onto a 19 and rolled off it to a 1, so I got 2.
He's not a dwarf by any chance, is he?
No.
He's not a dwarf, he's a goblin. Oh, come on, Charles. Your page isn't loading. Why is that?
Oh, nice. That's nice. Persuasion -1, but you still got 13.
It's a 10, and I can't get to Charlie's persuasion. What's Charlie's persuasion, Matt? I can't. Oh, it's working now. Sorry, so I get +4. 14.
Ooh, hello. Who knew Charlie was so persuasive?
That's a 7 for you, isn't it?
What's the fun?
9.
A 9, sorry.
So a 2, a 9, a 13, and a 14.
Nice. It's not terribly persuasive. Bit like a
Probably
pantomime here.
We broke even.
Yeah,
He's
yeah.
kind of like he looks at you. He's like,
Are you joking? It's kind of funny.
70 gold. And the protection, obviously, on the trip.
To be honest, that's not
How
a bad
long,
deal.
how long does the trip take extra? Because the whole idea is to be quicker.
A week round trip.
As a character, the other joke would be take 2, wouldn't it?
Take 2.
That's not bad, actually.
Is it cooler underground?
Infinitesimally cooler.
You know, infinitesimally means
Little.
very small.
just say, yeah. Oh no, no. It is mightily smaller. Mightily smaller? Oh my god, no.
Get into that.
It is
time.
cooler under the
It is
ground.
much cooler, much cooler.
No, you know, oh, we might like that.
Yes, I would. I don't know where I'm still.
Are we
So
going to
that's
ride worm?
Probably a good idea.
Get fed and watered and stuff while we're on the worm trip.
Yeah,
Yeah,
absolutely.
there is a
Employers,
service
yes,
aboard the train.
please.
What's
Wait,
that? Say?
there is a service aboard the train.
Aboard the carriages, yes.
Do we have to pay for it?
Yours will be included in the trip.
Right. So, how much do we have to pay you?
70.
Right.
So it's half a time and it's 30 gold extra.
That's a good deal, to be honest.
But we're still working for free.
I think it's fine.
It's a trade, I think.
Yes.
Do we get like sort of, if we do get like attacked and stuff, do we get like sort of, you know, combat bonuses?
Excuse me, what?
Like if it
Life
gets,
and limb. If we lose limbs, we get more money.
It's included with the fee, the reduction.
I like wagons. I don't know about you guys.
I still had the umbrella over me, and I just
Mhm.
closed the umbrella and started just going. And hitting it into my open
Are you
hand.
trying to intimidate him now
Yes.
into paying you?
You not understand how this works, my friend.
No.
I think at this point it now starts counting as extortion. We get arrested.
I'm glad I'm chaotic good.
No.
What are you trying to do, Killian? In this
Just-
in this umbrella wielding incident?
Just, remind him that
I have an umbrella.
he pay him to work for him.
For the trip.
He's not going to give us any combat bonuses. He's classing that as a reduction in price.
He offered you 150 first.
That's still only, 80 that he's taken off? So 80 for working for him for a week. That covers insurance, shall we say, is how we'll put it.
To be honest, 20 gold each for a week's work is probably quite good money.
Yeah, it is actually. I think.
Particularly for effectively what is a merchant's guard.
But the insurance.
To be honest, I figure we're going to be quids in because he's just said we get bored and I've seen you eat.
Keep up with my food levels, so.
We have just had a new chef installed in place, and
Yes, they shall be cooking you up a delectable feast.
And we could leave tomorrow.
Yes, I think this might be my last journey, yes. To Gargamel and back, it's getting too risky, but there was a promise I made.
Interesting. Ooh.
One of their house in Chapar.
Oh, okay, fair enough.
Okay, so we're meeting here tomorrow morning.
Yes, we'll cover the worm for the night.
Well, I'm happy to stand guard with you.
That'd be nice. It'd also be nice to speak to one of my own kind for a time, if you're willing.
Oh, well, welcome to do so. Been a long time.
Want me to go back to the llama?
Charlie, could you
Yes.
do me a favor? Could you I hand him 10 gold. Could you talk to our wagon keeper and say thanks but no thanks in a nice way, please?
Didn't you already give him 10 gold?
Nope, not yet.
Okay.
You did.
I thought
Did
you
I?
already gave him 10 gold.
Fantastic. Could you tell him
I
thank
was going to go and collect it from him and say thanks, but we're not needed anymore. And
No, I paid it. I'm an honest. I'm weirdly an honest goblin,
Yeah.
being raised by human beings. You know.
Honest.
He's a cobbler. He's a cobbler, Killian.
I was going to go
No, I'm not.
and buy
How dare you? Do you have all your stuff?
water flask and fill up a load of water flasks and put them in the bag of holding and get some rations for us.
Yeah, that's cheap.
We're going to be
standard
cropping
price.
deserts and stuff, but probably a useful thing to have. I mean, I've already got tents and stuff for it. And then if I'm quite happy to spend the time out with the wormy thing too, and I've spent my time with Glunk, like learning about the worm.
Oh yeah, that would be nice. Yeah. So yeah, you spend
It's
your time.
different. It's like, you know, it's not a walk, but it's still pretty cool.
Yes. Charles comes up beside you, Killian, as you see like Jax and Erwin are involved, and he's like, just links arms.
Just me and you, like old times, Killian. Let's go. My treat. That means I'm paying, Killian.
For what?
Dinner, of course, you fool.
Oh, I am leading the damn way.
And that's
And it's like, do the function. Dragged.
yeah.
As soon as he said dinner, that was it. Killian was like, right, let's go.
And that's where we'll stop today's game.
Oh god, what a crazy game! Oh my god.